Hello and welcome to Creighton's Customs Creations Mix Bag. This is going to be a little bit of everything, some whips, no FOs, and just general yada yada yada, I guess. But anyways, welcome to Mix Bag. I put some classical music on the TV there. Hopefully that just a second here, I got pop up on my screen. See, mixed bag. Anyways, shift. Oh, there's a Cleo. Yes, and I must say good morning, because it's, oh goodness gracious, it's 5 after 8 in the morning. So I'm gonna shift this way and lean against my craft things. I can't seem to find myself today. That might be because I've been up all night and my schedule is just absolutely messed up. With being sick, I'm sleeping all day and then not sleeping at night, and so anyways, hello. This is I don't have anything pre-recorded on the script or anything like that. I should probably do that more, but I just thought I'd like to come on. I don't even know what I'm saying here. So okay, we'll start with the first working project, and I really wish I could find the little phone holder thing. So there we go. That's very sexy. Let's just pop this open with my mouth. Okay, let's see. Okay, and so here with it's my knitting project with my fancy dancy please don't fall off my knitting needles safety hole thing. This is what hair elastics are good for. Sometimes you have to be a little ingenious. So anyways, what I am knitting, and yes, Christmas is still up, is a shawl for my sister for my niece's wedding, because that's coming up. It's knitted. This is, I do believe, Bernat Summertime Breeze yarn. It is a size 1. I'm being brave with that, and found I really like it. It's coming out very light in feeling. I'm just doing a simple knit one side, purl the other side, with increases on the knit as I go, and I'm doing something a little fancy with the sides that I'm hoping when I crochet the border will come out really nice. Look a little fancy, a little different. That's the first time I've ever worked with a number 1. I have worked with cotton thread, making Christmas ornaments and stuff. That's my move. It's a little bit of an Easter story behind that. When I was working at the big box store and decorating cakes, me and another girl both eyed this the stuffed cow, and I managed to beat her to it. I just really wanted it, so I went and got it. And sometimes life is like that. Anyways, so that's the project that I'm working on. I've got about 1.5 feet already. I didn't start that till this month, so I'm really kind of encouraged at how quickly it's going. I don't have to really worry about height versus width with this one, so there's just a little bit freedom going on with it. I have been working with my shawl patterns to make patterns for slightly bigger people like myself. Just see if I can turn this down or whether or not. I turned it down already, but it seems a little loud and competitive, so excuse me. I'm going to pause this. And here we go. Okay, turn down. I'm having a little bit of problems holding the camera because of I sprained my wrist yesterday morning. Today is January 22nd, 2020. So yes, I'm really thrilled with that yarn and that simple pattern, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for the most part, except for that few bits along the edge. Excuse me. So that's really, really cool. And so I'm thinking I'm actually going to get it done in plenty of time. Now I do have a couple other shawl patterns that I want to be doing for that wedding, plus the bedspread. But I've started the bedspread, and it's a very simple pattern. I'm just gonna, to make life a little bit easier on myself. Where the heck is it? Oh, what did I use? Oh, I don't see it in the book. But anyways, I have this book. And I'm hoping that when you videotape, actually put this on, it won't be quite so weird. It won't be backwards, pardon me. Brain just doesn't want to work. I had it. Where is it? Anyways, it's got, oops, shit, sorry, all sorts of things in it, like filet crochet, meshes, cross stitches for the knitting inclined. There's knitting, we've got quilting. I'm hoping this is clear. That looks a little bit like some embroidery of some kind, needlepoint. So I'm hoping that was clear, but I'm really liking that book, and so this month I've been working on that and the bedspread. I really wish I could find the thing, because it's like 3 double crochet. Once you get the bit started, it's 3 double crochet, miss 3 double crochet, and then you just do it back and forth. And I'm doing them in strips. So I'm not sure why I couldn't find it. Probably because I lost the marker. I need better better markers for my book. There's some flowers and things in here that I want to work it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so we'll come down here. Over. Okay. Hold. Okay, sorry about this. I'm going to have to work on maybe getting a camera person. That would be... It's this one here. Bit of a glare. There we go. Turn the book. But this is the one that I'm working on. I'm using a number 4 crochet cotton. But I would say this would be my stitch for January. And I've been thinking about doing up a quick little video going sort of a stitch of a month, and maybe doing a little bit of a follow on. It'll just be a little bit of a cup of tea or coffee moment. And the meow, that was Morgana. There she is. There's the Morgana. See? Told you. Mixed bag of things to do. So, the other thing I have been working on I'm just going to pause and put that shawl back in the plastic bag so that it doesn't get any pet hairs on it. Try and keep things clean as possible. Okay. Okay, we have to stop and check out Sweetness here. Yeah. Yes, Morgana. Okay. You, you come and lay on Mom. Okay, so we have Morgana has joined us. Whoops, I got my hands on there. It was just going to be Otis the traveling craft pig, but okay. Oh, there she goes. That's pretty much Morgana. So, anyways, I have my own shawl pattern, one that I really, really love, and it's just a modified version of something Crystal did on Bag O' Day Crochet when she was doing a yarn review on my own brand Shawl in the Ball. And as I've said before, Kirk was instrumental in helping me modify that pattern so that I could make it for shorter people who are plus size. Because I'm only 5'3", and I love the simplicity of that shawl. I made that shawl. I call it my skinny shawl. I love the yarn that I did it with, but it doesn't wrap around here properly. I'm a 2X upstairs, and so that just didn't work for me. I need something that's wider, and if I did continue to try and make that wider, it would have got to be like 6 feet long, and because I just wanted it to really comfortably wrap around, and that wasn't going to work it. So, tallest person in the house, Morgana being the shortest, he figured out that just, couldn't you just start from a different point? And that's what I did, is started in a different point. Now, so what I've been doing is, I have a friend on Facebook who liked the shawl I had shown in pictures, and wanted to know how to do it. So I had a sweater. After waiting, I'll back this up a bit, pardon me. I had a sweater that I was working on, was not in love with it. It was granny square, so I just took it all back. Hello, Morgana. I just took it apart, and I've got a ball. There's my 5.5 millimeter boys hook. I love it. And so anyways, I just took it all apart and started work on this. And turns out I basically was adding a little bit of other yarn. Well, I had the gray in the sleeves. Rose from Rose Likes Crochet had done something with Red Heart Comfort. I bought a bunch in jumbo balls. It's not the softest yarn unless you like work it and work it and work it. So the fact that I'd already used it for something, and then I think I'd used it. That's the one I'd used, and then reused it. Baskets, purses, but it's not very soft on the skin. So no hats, no scarves. Even for a sweater would be questionable. But a little bit on the shawl. That's fine, because I'm actually going to make this potentially bigger. For a 2X, I think it was 64 inches is what I figured. But I'm able to do a lot of different patterns with this one. So I'm not worrying about ends over much, but it's my square bottom shawl. Let's see if I can get, you can see it doesn't have a point on it, and then it's just double crochet, and then on the edges you on both sides as you go, there is no right side, there is no wrong side. unless you're doing a different pattern in there, and I have done that. So yeah, then for me, the wrong size I kind of have in my head which way it is, and then I turn around, and when I put a border on it, I end up with a right side and a wrong side, or an outside and an inside. Can shawls do that? I know sweaters have outsides in, but yeah, as you come up each and every row, at the end, you do a double crochet. So I've not done this in single, I don't think, but I've done it a couple of times in other things, but I didn't really have it written down in a pattern that somebody else could really follow. So I told her to please wait till after Christmas, and then I would work on fixing up the pattern and stuff. So I've got the body, been working it through. It's really, it's probably big enough for a shawl, but I thought I'm going to keep going with it before I put a, and yes, we still have our Christmas tree up. I'm going to keep going with it and make it kind of like a couch shawl instead of having an afghan on here, where you end up with bottoms hanging down. You know, the cats and stuff get under, the dog will get under, and then you go to put your feet down. I often put my feet up on the coffee table just to make myself more comfortable, and put feet down. Oh, there's a cat down there. And with the kittens, Morgana and Bastion, they're little, you don't see them, you know, and all of a sudden it's like, ah. So, but anyways, this just goes to show that you can put whatever colors you want together, because this was granny squares. So when you're scrapping, if it's just for you, go ahead. Put whatever colors you want on it. More things on my screen. There we go. Notification from Creative Grandma, and I must apologize. I don't watch her very often. It's not I don't like her. It's just that I'm tired. So I stick to a few things. I watch Crystal a lot. I watch Rose Likes Crochet a lot. I try and catch Connie and Lisa. And I watch a lot of Jacksepticeye. He makes me laugh. And at this time in our life, we need things that are funny. And I'm a gamer groupie. I will just come out and say it. I'm not very good at playing video games. But I like to watch them play. And he's silly in a way that doesn't always, for me anyways, I don't know for anybody else, but he's silly in a way that doesn't feel stupid all the time. I was watching Mark and them, but they kind of wandered, and Markiplier's really great. Absolutely loves him, very positive. But I really find that with my viewing time and with what I want to be doing, I just one or two things, and then just kind of leave it at that. So those are a few of the works in progress. Works in progress. And like I said, I've been up all night. I think I didn't wake up till like, what was it, 9:30, 10 o'clock or something. I must say that dialysis could be going better. We're having issues with trying to get there. We can't do dialysis in our own town. So we have to travel. And there's just days he just doesn't feel like it. So more days than not, he's not feeling good. He's had other things crop up, my poor Mr. C, such as he now has cataracts. And the question has become what to do about his dialysis, because the cataracts are making it impossible to drive. I don't drive. Seems like Jacksepticeye and I have something in common. I don't drive. Don't have my driver's license, and by the time I was thinking about getting it, then all the my own health issues came into play. So every day's kind of up and down, and January has become the month carried over from December of being sick and tired. So he's been sleeping a lot. He managed to get a bunch of dishes done, and housework is sadly lacking, but we're plugging at it, and so that's where we're living at right now. It's just my biggest goal now is to not beat myself up. No beating self up for things I can't control. Like, I'm sick. I've got something going on. I'm trying to keep it out of my lungs so that I don't end up with a bigger problem. I have asthma, and if the colds end up in my lungs, then I could end up in the hospital. So, no hospital for me. Anyways, so a few things going on with him health-wise that have slowed things down a lot, made things a little bit more complicated in our lives. And it's not fabulous. And we got little Morgana up there and some Cleo. That was amazing. So we'll shift from health issues that we can't do anything about except plug forward and try and stay positive and busy. Yay for crocheting and knitting and other crafts and positive things to look forward to, like nieces getting married in this year. So, and so as I go along, I try to remember that I don't have to be perfect. And that leads me to the quote that I wrote, which is, perfection is not the will of the universe. It's humankind's perception of what should be. And so I'm working on not being quite as, oh my God, when it comes to mistakes in my work. And if something isn't working, just maybe abandon it for a while, but don't be afraid to take it apart. Don't be afraid to frog, because, like this, I am much happier with this multicolored shawl that's coming out that I'm making than the sweater. I really wanted a sweater, but I just wasn't in love with it. I tried to modify it without first really making a few, and I just didn't get things lined up. So let it go and just leave it and go do other stuff. And I came back and found a project, and it gave me an excuse to make another shawl, and that's my one thing. A lot of people, it's the hats and they've got to make. They call them beanies. Up here, I grew up, it was toques. Toques. A Canadian thing. But anyways, so, having wandered here a little bit, okay, back to, is she still up there? Yeah, Morgana's still up there. Okay, now, I have brought kittens into my life with older cats on more than one occasion. And in all my life, I have never had the adaptation go as quickly as this has gone. Within the sight of like 3 weeks, they were already playing with the 4-year-old male, our Simon, with our 4-year-old male cat, Simon. Within not even a day, they got along with our dog, Copper. And in less than a month, our female cat, who particularly is very picky and doesn't like anybody in her space at all whatsoever, except the dog, and sometimes not even me or my husband, and she's in love with him. We now have this. by the end of December. They came in the beginning of December. So, things to be grateful. So, I'm going to wrap this up with things to be grateful for. You know, health issues, there's a solution. And sometimes it's just patience. So, I'm grateful for having patience. I'm grateful for having the opportunity to have kittens in my life again. At a time when I needed to have kittens because menopause had made my life a little bit miserable. I'm grateful for having, my husband was able to purchase his own house. So we have a roof over our head. And I'm grateful for YouTube because, oh my God, I can find music for whatever mood I'm in. I can go and find crochet stuff. I can find other craft stuff. My husband's, does the blacksmithing and chainmail, and so we can go find that stuff. Or we can find Jacksepticeye. And at Christmas time, when we had nothing because we had to let go of Netflix, we found movies. Had to put up with commercials, but we found movies and some really good black and white ones. So life is good. And life is a craft project. I'm so tired. So life is a craft project. Make it happy. Smile. Make 2020 a year of smiling. And I'm grateful you guys are there. I have like 6 subscribers. I should probably subscribe to myself. Jack suggested supporting yourself and liking your own videos. So I think I'll do that more. But on that note, if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button and subscribe and hit the bell till you get the little lines on either side so that, you can see when I'm in. And 2020, I'm going to make more of an effort to be on here with a wide variety of things. That's my goal. So I'm going to say good morning, good night, and good afternoon. Bye, everybody.